Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a review and demo, and if you remember on Instagram and all my other social media sites, I posted a picture of a foundation and a nail kit, and I asked you guys what you wanted to see first. It was a very close call, but the nail kit won. So we are going to be doing a review and a demo on the Broadway Nails Real Life Brush on Gel Nail Kit, Salon Nails Made Simple. So as you can see, this is the exact same package that I posted a picture of. It is quite a big package of nail stuff, and I got this for around $10 at Walmart. It's supposed to compare to getting your nails done at the salon, you know, like getting gel nails done at the salon. So that's pretty much what it's supposed to be mocking, but it's a lot cheaper and you can do it yourself at home pretty easy. So pretty much what this is saying, it says Broadway, you know the name of it, Broadway Nails Real Life Brush on Gel Nail Kit. It has 2 complete applications. The formula dries under 5 minutes. It has 48 short length tips. It also comes with some clear tips over here, and then over here are some French nail tips, which we will get into. So let's go ahead and open it up back here. And on the back it just has like your standard little directions. And by the way, I bought this with my own money. I am not being sponsored or paid in any way, shape, or form by the company. I bought this and I thought it was very unique, so I wanted to review it for you guys. So yeah, everything, so there's the empty box, and then everything just comes out like this, so you have everything that you need. So like I said earlier, you get 48 short tips, you get the clear ones right here, and then you get the French tips right here. So I will go through those more in a minute. Then what you get is you get your Broadway brush on gel, which just looks like that. Then you have your activator, which just looks like that, and then you have your brush cleaner, which just looks like that. And then that is pretty much everything that is in here. And in the bottom we have just a pretty good size, really good quality nail file, which just looks like that, or emery board, whatever you want to call it. You have a little stick thing, which I can't really tell you what this is for because I didn't really use this when I applied it, so I'm not really sure, but it comes with one of those. That can be kind of handy. And then you just have your directions, which I will show you all of this again in the demo. Pretty much how it works is you have these clear tips and the French tips, and there is a difference between the clear and the French. I will show you a comparison. So here is what the clear tips look like right here. Those are just the clear ones, and then the French tips just look, falling all over, just look like that. So as you can see, they are literally just tips like that. Pretty much how they work is the French tips, obviously these ones are used to create a you know, French manicure, and then these clear ones over here can be used to put out on top of your nail, same way you would do the French manicure, but you can actually paint over these. You could paint over the French manicure ones too if you wanted, but it really doesn't matter. For example, today I have the clear ones on like this. They just go over top of your nail like that, and then you just do all your little steps with all the activators and stuff, and then you can just paint over them. So that's exactly what I did. Really simple to do. To be honest, when I first bought this nail kit and I read the directions were not clear at all. Like, I had to look up a tutorial on YouTube on how to use them. They're really straightforward. I mean, after I watched a couple tutorials on it, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because it came with so many of like little bottles of things. I just didn't even know how to, you know, use everything. They say they're supposed to last up to 1 week, and they really do last up to 1 week, and I'm going to be inserting a couple pictures. They do look really professional. They're a really good length. I don't think these are any specific length. I think they all just come with one standard one. Pretty much, I'm going to show you a picture right now of what they looked like after I completed them. Okay, so as you can see, that is what the French nail tips look like all completed after you've, you know, used the activator and all that other good stuff. They look really good. And then I noticed as the week went on, at around day 3, there was a lot of lifting going on at the cuticle area, so when you do use this, make sure you push your cuticles back and try not to apply the activator to the cuticle, if you know what I mean, because around day 3 I noticed a lot of lifting and cracking and it just didn't really look good. By day 7 is when they looked at their absolute worst, and I did take a picture of what they looked like, so here's what they looked like at 1 week. So as you can see, it didn't look too hot at the end of the 1 week mark, and that was right before I took them off because they just looked so bad. They just weren't savable. Really easy to shower with. They don't leave as much damage to your nail as other glue-on nails because they are just the tips, so you're not applying something to your full nail. If you do take, good care of them or whatever, and they do start to grow out and you want to keep them, you can fill them in using the 3 steps, which I will talk about in the actual demo. Cons that I noticed about this nail kit before we get into the demo is it started to look rough throughout the week if you don't, take care of them or fill them in often. That's another thing is if you want them to stay looking good for longer than a week, you have to fill them in because I noticed a lot of lifting and cracking at the cuticle area. I don't know if anyone else who has tried these, I don't know if you've experienced that as well, but I found if you fill it in, then you're okay, but if you don't do that, just the cracking and the lifting will get really bad. Okay, so now we're going to jump right into the demo, and in the demo I'm going to be showing you how I do the French manicure. So if you want to find out how I did that and you want to learn how to use this nail kit yourself, keep on watching and I will see you guys at the end. So I hope you enjoyed the demo. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So here again is an up close picture of what the actual nail kit looks like. Again, I got it for $10 at Walmart. So pretty much I'm going to be showing you how to get your natural nails into this really pretty French manicure look. So we're going to start from the very beginning. So pretty much like I already covered is you have the French tips, that little wooden stick, the clear tips, the 3 bottles, then you have your nail file, and of course you have your directions as well. So again, here's what the French tips look like up close. They're just your standard, literally just tips, and then you have your clear sides in case you wanted to paint your nails, you could use those or do a French manicure. So you also have your Broadway brush on gel, which is like a glue. Then you have your Broadway brush cleaner and your Broadway brush on activator. Now you can use the brush on gel for the glue, but I like to use super glue personally, so that's what I'm going to be using. Now the next step is you need to size each nail to your own nail. So since I'm doing a French manicure, obviously we will be using the French tips, which again look like this. So I just lay them all out and kind of divvy them up to what nail they fit best with, and just kind of lay them out so you have them all ready to go, so you're not kind of scrambling around trying to find them. You really want to make sure that you find the correct size for your nail, just because you don't want it to be hanging off of the edge and make it look really sloppy. So make sure you pick out the perfect size. And then of course move the rest out of the way. So next we are going to be taking the nail file that the kit came with, and you really want to make sure that you roughen up the tips of your nails. This will really help the glue and the nail stick better, just because there's a rougher surface. If it were just completely smooth, they would probably fall off easier. So make sure you just kind of roughen them up a little bit. Not too much because you don't want to thin out the nail and start bleeding. So don't do that, just kind of roughen them up just a teeny tiny bit. Now we can go ahead and get started with the application. Of course, I like to start with super glue, and as you can see, it got everywhere. That's just what happens with super glue. So you're just going to want to apply the super glue or the brush on gel just to the tip of your nail, then take the correct size and apply it. So you're going to want to do this for all of your nails. And I know I'm using super glue, but if you weren't to use super glue, you would use the brush on gel that I showed you earlier. This is just another type of glue that you could use. That is also what it is used for. And make sure you press really hard to make sure that it sticks, and then that is one tip stuck on, and you're going to want to complete the process for the rest of the nails. Again, doing the super glue on the tip, putting the tip on, pressing down, and letting it dry before you pull off the tabs. That's very important. And then just continue with, whatever makes you feel comfortable. I like to do the 3 hardest nails on one hand, do it on the other, and then do it. There's no certain way you have to do it. This is just how I do it. It's just easier for me. And when you pull the tabs off, you want to be very, very gentle that you don't lift the nail off. So just, make sure that you pull them off carefully. And again, just continuing the process until you have, applied all of the nails. And then here's what all of the tips look like all applied before we start the activator. So already they look pretty cute, but now it's time to move on with the rest of the steps. So pretty much you have your 3 bottles. You have your activator, your brush cleaner, and your gel. The first thing you're going to want to do is take the brush on gel and apply a thin coat over top of all of your nails and let that dry. This just kind of helps conceal the lining where your natural nail ends and the tip begins. So this just kind of helps, and I'd like to apply 2 coats of the gel. So after the first coat has dried, it's time to do the activator. What you're going to want to do is take the brush out of the brush cleaner, put it in the activator to let it process, and then next you're going to take, again, the brush on gel that we were using before, and do a coat over your nail again. Then take the activator and apply a thin coat over top while it is still wet. You don't want it to dry, you want to make sure that it's still wet when you apply the activator. And then before you move on to your nails, make sure you put the brush back in the brush cleaner so it stays clean and you're not transferring germs from different nails. So you really just want to make sure that you're clean about it. Another thing is don't ever leave the brush cleaner brush in the activator because it will harden, so make sure that you are very cautious about that. So again, just the brush on gel, the activator, brush cleaner, brush on gel, activator, brush cleaner. So it's something you got to get used to, but it's very important that you do so. And then here's what the first hand looks like all finished up. So as you can see, it is very professional looking. You can't see the tips at all. It looks really, really nice and flattering, and you're just going to want to do the exact same thing on the other hand. Sorry, I'm kind of out of frame here. So again, I'll say it one more time. Brush on gel, activator, brush cleaner. And then here's what the nails look like all finished up. They are still really wet, so you are going to want to let them dry. It does say it takes about 5 minutes, but you're going to want to wait about 10 minutes. So I just sat here and I let them dry, and about 10 minutes later they have all dried, and then this is the completed product. They look really, really nice. They look like I just left the salon. I love what the activator does because the activator really helps to fill in and kind of cover the seal where it is. And as you can see, I did get a little bit on my skin, but that's no problem. It will eventually fall off. Just be a little more careful than I was because I was a bit sloppy. So just, yeah, kind of ignore that part, but the rest looks nice. And then what I like to do is if you ever want to fill them in, you just do the exact same steps if they start to grow out. So you do the gel, then the activator, then the brush cleaner. And when you do fill them in, they are very easy to fill in. And sometimes I like to go over top of what I just did with a top coat just to kind of seal everything down. You don't have to do this. I'm just showing you what I like to do sometimes. And also, if you don't want to have the nails on anymore, you can soak them in 100% acetone nail polish and they will come right off. So again, here is what the finished product looks like. I really hope you guys found this demo helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching this demo / review video. Again, I hope it was helpful for you. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to share my channel. It really does help get my name out there. And be sure to check out the description box to stay in link with me and all my other social medias. But until then, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye, guys. Here. What this is. Woo!